Last time, one more time. Hi everybody, it's Jenny here from Singular Sensation, and I'm with Thomas Alderson and the beautiful Julia McLelland, and they are part of an exciting project coming up in support of the Actors Fund, Carrie the Musical. Very exciting, and that's happening November 16th.
November 16th at St. Michael's College School, Center for the Arts,
yes.
At Bathurst and St. Clair.
Right at St. Clair West Subway Station, basically.
Yes.
Why Carrie?
Okay, well, I kind of became obsessed with the show because I become obsessed with these shows where I think, why would anyone want to do that show? Like, Carrie the Musical, is that a thing that could ever work? Like blood drop on her, Carrie the Musical? And also it played on Broadway in the 80s for like less than a week, and the budget was like $10 million or something crazy.
In the 80s? In
the 80s, which is like insane. Like Wicked is like $14 million in the early 2000s, so imagine 20 years before that, like it would just be astronomical, and they lost all their money. So I'm like, who thought that was a good idea? So then you kind of like start like watching YouTube videos of like original productions. You're like, this is terrible, like whatever. And then I saw a reworked revival in 2012 in New York off Broadway, and I like went to see it thinking, let's see this hot mess, and then I ended up loving it.
Yeah.
So I become obsessed with it, and I just keep saying, I want someone to do it in Toronto. Who's going to do it? And no one would do it. And then I was like, well, I'll just do it.
Amazing. That's how things get done. That is how things get done. And you're doing it in support of the Actors Fund. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But the cast in this show, awesome. Julie, you're playing Sue.
Yes, yeah.
Have you seen the movie? Have you read the book? Were you familiar with it?
I've read the book, which I loved. It scared the crap out of me. And I, similar to Thomas, was wondering how they would make this work. And Sue's one of those characters in the book that sort of narrates it. And she's talking to the sort of police in the modern day after this has all happened. So that's a sort of convention that I wondered how they do. And it's amazing, Sue's journey through it, and it's just such an awesome part to play because she sort of gets to see everything in the story. Yeah. And yeah, it's a really interesting place in the story to be. Yeah, it's cool.
I always liked Sue because she was kind of the heart of it and saw past all of the stuff. Because we were talking, aside from all the gore, it's essentially about persevering through bullying.
Yeah, like that's how I look at it. I mean, Stephen King is known for writing horror novels, but like even his book it's just the story of a girl who's bullied at school, really. That's how I look at it. And especially I think the musical does the new version, our version of the musical, does a great job of making that the center of the story for me. And that's why I related to it so much, you know, like we all in the theater, all these weirdos, you know, we are not strangers to bullying. And I really related to her, and I was like, it very much affected me, so that's why I love the show.
And you guys are both in Kinky Boots right now, which has a similar message to be yourself. So you guys are doing good for the universe.
Yeah.
And it's set in modern day. It's not set in the 80s, so no athletic shorts and big socks.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We're not sorry.
Yeah, I think that's great because, I mean, obviously bullying is still a major issue. Like that hasn't gone away forever, and which is awful. Be nice, but so I think it works that it's set nowadays, and that wasn't my choice. That's what they did when they did the revival, and I thought it worked. So
that's great.
It's 2015, baby.
Yeah. Well, support is a big thing that we believe in at Singular Sensation. We're talking about the cast. We've got Julia. You are directing and producing the show, co-producing the show with Yes Theater.
Yes Theater, and my friend Lily as well.
Actually, God bless you, producing it is.
It's a lot.
But thank God for you.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's great. It's very rewarding. Like last night we had a sing-through, read-through type rehearsal, and as soon as everyone starts singing, you're like, oh, it's worth it, it's worth it. So,
that's amazing. Yeah. And we've got Tess Bender is playing Carrie.
Yes.
And Lisa Horner, who no doubt you know from not just many musicals, but of course the infamous IKEA commercial. She will not be yelling "Start the car."
She won't.
In the show.
She likes to slip it into shows sometimes, but it's not happening in Carrie.
And we've also got, who else have we got in the cast?
Julia's boyfriend Mike plays her boyfriend in the show.
Well, that's fun.
Real life love.
Real life love. Jennifer Ryder Shaw from Stratford has be coming in on her days off from Stratford to rehearse with us. She's playing Chris, the mean girl, and she's fierce.
Jeremy Walmsley.
Jeremy Walmsley.
Yes, from Once.
From Once. He's playing the mean boyfriend, Billy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, the whole cast is amazing. It's so great.
And it's for the Actors Fund.
Yes.
And just briefly give us an idea. We're going to post the Actors Fund website so you can get to know more about what they do. But in essence...
basically, they're like a lifeline for struggling actors. Like, if you have been out of work for a while, at any point in your career, you know, it could be just out of college, trying to pay your OSAP, you know, or later in your career if you become injured and can't work or things. It's like a lifeline. If you're like very much needing help, you can go in there and get like seek financial help, and they'll help you work out a little plan to try to get yourself back on track. It's very great.
With no judgment, they're just there to help. So that's something that maybe any of us could need at any time. So
you never know what's going to happen, right?
Now, my final question, and maybe the most important question, will there be blood, or do we have to go and find out?
I mean, I guess you have to go and find out.
You absolutely have to go and find out.
Yeah, also maybe I don't know yet.
Okay, we'll go and ask that question. I'll cut that out.
So, no, it's funny.
Okay, maybe you'll see that. We're live, not really live. So finally, it is November 16th, which is a Monday night, and we welcome everyone to Singular Sensation afterwards.
Yes,
for the
after party.
After party, and it will be hosted by Jenna Warner.
That night, yes.
That night, so that will be fun. At St. Michael's Center for the Performing Arts?
Yes. St. Michael's College School, Center for the Performing Arts. It's a private school, but they have an amazing theater. It's amazing in there.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, and so one night only in concert, Carrie, so you gotta come. Or
and it's supporting something that may help you in the future. So that's definitely worth it. If not for the cast, the story, the cause, there's no reason not to see this show. So thank you guys so much for coming by today.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. Break legs. Break buckets of... Well, you have to find out. Okay, thank you guys so much.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Bye.
Great.
Awesome.